Lunchbox is brought to you by Taverna Kyma in Boca.
This
He does get a little freaked out. You got to watch him.
Everybody was asking me, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say?" I was like, "I'm like a very."
Oh no,
But
you'll
this
be
is great.
great.
The conversation that you Lunchbox is brought to you by Taverna Kyma in Boca.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the frim sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And look at us here. We're on the road today after a momentous, historic night. But I guess the only good thing, well, not the only good thing, depending on your political persuasion, both sides can say every vote counted, everything was resolved fairly quickly. And let's just eat, drink, and celebrate America, and whatever happens next, we'll see what happens. We are at Taverna Kyma. I like to make this a no politics zone, but obviously after an election night like that, everybody is
Mayo, you can't hold back. Come on, you've been talking about this for 2 years already.
No,
3 years on the show.
No, that's it. We are at Taverna Kyma with Sophia.
Well, what a great spot.
Hello.
Unbelievable.
Welcome to the Lunchbox. Thank you. You are the newest sponsor, but you are not a new restaurant. I think Defo misheard me the other day. I did not realize.
He says, we're going to a new joint in Boca somewhere. I'm like, okay, sounds great, Mayo.
New for us, but not new.
17 years. And look at, you can tell the vibe. Everybody loves this place. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. 17 years, and I guess in restaurant years, that's like 119, right?
It's like dog years, yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that after 17 years, people are still discovering us. So I see it as a positive.
I am today. This is fantastic. Wow.
Yes.
So,
Mayo, have you ever seen a Greek salad that looked that good in your lifetime?
Yes. Well, I'm going to say I have, because I've eaten here before. So there's a save.
I've
been to the Greek islands, and I love a traditional Greek salad. And this
with no lettuce.
Exactly, because that is the key when people talk about authentic.
Yes.
If you see a little shredded lettuce at the bottom, that's
the American version.
Right.
Yes.
And do you offer both, or if somebody wants a little lettuce?
Yes, if they want to add lettuce, absolutely. We don't say no.
Imagine adding lettuce to something. That never happens in a restaurant. No, everything looks beautiful. Wow. I mean, and these are just the preliminaries, Mike Mayo, and I love the presentation of the hummus.
Yes. Sophia here, she comes from a background of restaurant tours. Tell us a little bit. You were talking to Defo before the show about the whole background, the family. Taverna Kyma been here 17 years, but you guys also have your hands in some other restaurants that are known around town, and you've kind of proud of the tradition that you've established, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. So Taverna Opa in Hollywood.
Opa!
You have to break your plate after you eat.
Yes.
Because then you're not going to have another plate.
I wasn't a giant advocate of that. I mean, I participated in it, but it got great. I was at Taverna Opa when it first opened up.
Yes.
My brother was a huge fan of the place. So I used to go there, and then you go there one time, you fell in love with it. But, is it still the same? I mean, it was crazy. It was like a home run derby with the plates hitting the wall.
It is. If you go today, it's very similar to how it was 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah, wow.
But it's been there almost, is it 30 or 25? I mean, I know they had a big anniversary the other year. And
like a couple years ago,
Yeah, and it's still going strong. And that was my local. I lived in Hollywood, Dania area for a long time, and right on the Intracoastal.
What a great spot.
But let's tell people, Taverna Kyma is here at 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca. It's kind of as you head up Federal Highway before you get to Delray Beach, just above Yamato Road.
Yep, freestanding building, blue and white.
Plenty of
honestly,
free parking.
Mayo Man, the most beautiful ride. I came up A1A all the way, and it couldn't be any nicer. If you were doing some kind of romantic thing and you want to have a nice Greek meal with a girl, first-time starter or whatever, drive up A1A and make that left on Saddlebrook Road, is it? And then and boom, Right here to
Right on Federal. Yep.
Taverna Kyma. Wow, what a great experience!
You've
all
got
the
a
way.
lot that's going to be going on here. We're going to talk
Yes.
about that. But first, let's talk about what's in front of us, the bounty of the table. It is Thanksgiving month, and I'll get an early jump here because I'm thankful for
I watch his
meals
eyes
like
to
this.
see where what dish he's going to attack first. I'm thinking this one here, which looks like a sampler of some sort.
It is, and look
Yeah.
at this.
Oh, here we
here
go.
comes the saganaki,
Ooh.
and this is going to be hitting the. There we go. Oh, put it down in the
Whoa.
camera. There we go. I hope
Flambe,
nobody's wearing
man.
their Jimmy Johnson
Put it-
hairspray
Yeah,
because that might go up in flames.
I feel like
Look
Michael
at
Jackson.
that. This
here.
is
What
a
it?
first
I've
for the
never had
lunchbox.
saganaki that
Our
way,
first
Our first flaming
saganaki,
I
dish.
love saganaki. but I've never had
flaming
it like this.
cheese, and everybody loves the dramatic presentation,
Yes.
right? Sophia?
And then we
Squeeze a
Is
little
that how you
lemon.
get rid of-
little lemon.
They call that the Greek fire extinguisher.
Yes, it's true.
A little bit of
Oh, and that
limon.
puts it out.
Fantastic.
Puts it out.
Interesting.
This
Let
is
it burn
something,
out.
yeah, and then you have to cut it before it gets cold
Oh,
Oh,
because
wow. All right.
I'll wait till the flames
Get
die
involved here,
down.
man.
you
Come
definitely
on.
have to wait till the flame is done. But it's best to eat it when it's warm.
Warm, of course.
Yes,
And look,
yes.
plates are still hitting here. All right, I'm going to do the quick
Well,
recap.
wait a minute. What did you order?
What didn't
We didn't order anything.
And
Sophia
I
was
had
just
nothing to do with this.
giving
Diva. I
us the
show up
entire
today.
menu.
It's the Greek hospitality. I mean,
They
when you
can't
have
help
somebody come
themselves.
into your home,
My
which
big
this
fat
is what
Greek
we
wedding.
consider
I mean,
our
this is
home,
what
yes.
it's like. Yeah,
All right,
unbelievable.
so
So-
we've got the saganaki,
Yep.
which I'm going to cut while it's still nice
Notice
and
he cuts
soft.
like half of it for himself.
No, no,
Yes.
no, no. I'm just kind of cutting it in pieces.
Big piece of
And I'm
fried
going
cheese.
to do
Good
one
going,
for
man.
you.
beautiful.
I'm going to be a gracious server here. Now, we've got the Santorini wine, a white
Yes.
wine, and you love to display your Greek wines because that's something a lot of people
Very
might
nice,
not
by
be
the way. Very
Cheers.
familiar
nice.
with.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
this is from Santorini. It's an Assyrtiko grape, which
Mm.
is it's indigenous to Santorini,
Yep.
and
Oh.
it has a crisp varietal to it and a little fruity. So it's comparable to like a Sauvignon Blanc or like a
Yeah,
Chablis.
very crisp.
Yeah, very, very crisp. And the volcanic blend in Santorini gives this
Little,
type of
A
flavor.
sulfuric or acidic, or I guess I don't know what you call it. I'm just making up words now, critic words. It's good. It's delicious. It's highly drinkable, crushable, as the kids say, and it goes great
And it
with all
pairs,
these
yes,
food. Yeah,
very, very nice.
and I'm going to get in
All
for
right,
the
so
bottom part.
what's the
So-
verdict there on the
Well, I'm
This
going to
first
go
dish,
in for
Mike,
the flaming cheese. I'm scraping
And-
those bits, the crunchy
Yep.
bits at the bottom. And what is the flaming component? Is it ouzo they put on top of it?
brandy.
Brandy.
Yes.
And they just kind of light it up,
Light it up.
and you get that crunchy shell. Did you have any yet there?
I haven't
Diva?
tried it yet. I got in on the hummus, which I'm a huge hummus fan. And maybe you can describe what this one is, but absolutely delicious.
So our hummus we're really, really known for our hummus here.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's very simple. Chickpeas. We put white beans, lemon, olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper.
And
Simple.
the nice part is it's DIY. I can't even think today. DIY. Do it yourself. Why my brain is
DIY, do it yourself.
DIY.
Yes.
Where you bring it to
He's
the.
done shows before.
I'm overwhelmed with all the food.
There's a
and-
lot going on. Yeah, this is
Hostess
amazing. You guys
and,
went all out.
But yeah, this is one of the trademarks here at Taverna Kyma, and also down at Opa, where they bring the mortar and pestle and you kind of mash it up yourself and spread it.
Really nice.
You know, some people like a chunkier,
Right. Yes.
hummus, and some people like it smoother. And
and the
you-
pita bread presentation, fantastic. I mean, absolutely perfect.
So when you sit down, we give you complimentary pita bread and hummus just to
That's on
get
the
That's
house.
amazing.
It's on the house.
Oh,
yes.
my
Your
God.
That's
first,
amazing.
your first round is on the house.
Wow.
and I think the proper thing to do is when you
Is
get
to
that.
actually order something afterwards? And
No,
then-
I was going to
Then
say
get water and some hummus, and we're out.
it's a perfect way to start with a glass of wine or a
Yes.
cocktail. Here you have full
Oh,
Yes.
liquor.
that is
Yes.
great.
And that's the way that you kind of get, kind of some places give you peanuts or pretzels, but you have a little bit of the hummus with a little glass of splash of wine.
Yep.
And then you move on to the whole rest. All right,
Yes.
take us right through here.
Since I have this in front of me, I'm going to talk about our spanakopita. It's
Looks great.
We make
Spinach pie.
spinach pie. We make it in house. Everything that we make here, everything that's on our menu, we make in house, especially all the traditional Greek items. And we really, really try to use all of our Greek products, from the olive oil to the oregano to the vinegar. Anything Greek that we can get on our hands, we use because it really does add to the flavor. So
And I'm gonna be the one that butts in and says the nasty part because she was too nice. But a little bit of a secret: not every Greek place makes their own, things in the house, like the spanakopita or the moussaka. Some of them buy it out of a big metal tray and prepared and all that.
yeah.
But you guys, you take pride in doing everything from
Definitely.
scratch, right?
And all these recipes are my dad's recipes. So from inception, he has his recipes and there's no deviation from it. So it's been consistent throughout all the years, of course, because people are making it. Somebody might put a little bit extra salt, somebody might put a little extra this, but at the end of the day, we try to be consistent, but it's all fresh and
What's your
made
dad's
in-house.
name?
Peter.
Peter. Okay.
You got
Yes.
Mayo's attention with this. Look at this guy. I mean, you ever
And-
seen this?
And take me to the backstory.
like this.
What part of Greece is your family from? The islands or
Nope.
or Thessaloniki?
Yeah,
or-
my dad's from the northern part.
Yep.
And
I love
called
saying
Ipi-
Thessaloniki, by the way. That's a great name.
Oh, someone
for a
from
city.
you from that? Actually, that. Oh, okay.
No,
But
he's from the northern part called Ipiros.
Okay.
Epirus. Okay.
Yes. And then my mom's from Kalamata, where the olives come from.
Oh, great.
My dad's region has the feta cheese, the doni feta.
Ooh.
So it's made right by his village. And then my mom has the olives. I mean, what else? What else do you need in
Yeah,
life?
you got
Great
it.
for the wine, maybe the
Wine,
ouzo, the
yeah.
liquor. But
You know, it's interesting too. You were talking about your background here in the restaurant business, and I didn't realize that you had an affiliation with Gus Boulis and Miami Subs, which was sort of, an unbelievable chain here, Mike
Yes.
Mayo, where it took off and people loved it.
hey, funny you should mention that. We're going to be doing a show at Miami. It's now called Miami Grill.
Yes.
And they've
now
been
it's
in
called
touch
Miami
with us,
Grill.
and
Yes.
they want to do a show. They are Lunchbox fans. So
Yes.
December 2nd, we're going to be out at a Miami Grill, as it's now called, in Pembroke Pines. But yeah,
Yes.
so your family had some links with
Yeah,
the original.
my
And
family were
I
one
mean,
of the
that really exploded here at
It
Miami
did.
Subs. Yeah,
It did,
what was
yes.
that experience
in the
like?
early 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. I worked in the restaurants with my family, and we started at the location off of Oakland and Powerline.
Oh, yeah, I remember
That was the
one,
very first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
by the
yeah.
racetrack.
And
I love
then
Miami Subs.
and then they had commercial and right off of 95 there, Cypress, which that became another, I think it's a different
The one I always went to
Restaurant
was University and 50th, and that one has been there for a long time. That's
Yeah.
interesting that you guys started where you started, because you guys branched out. It feels like pretty quickly then.
pretty quickly. It was like wildfire. Yeah. And
Yeah.
even out of state, my family had even out of state.
And I love going,
Um,
after a night of, let's say, drinking.
The best cheesesteak.
Oh, no, I love the
You had
gyros, the
everything,
gyros,
yeah. Oh, yes.
gyros, depending how you pronounce it. But
Yeah, they make
had
nice euros
really-
at
They
Miami.
do.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
It was one of like the first fast food restaurants that actually had like
Real food.
Right.
Yes.
And it
So-
had
Didn't they
this-
have like Nathan's hot dogs too?
Yeah,
Yes,
then they
they
started
did.
partnering
Nathan's,
up. Yeah,
yeah.
Nathan's.
No, but it was great. And they, Arthur
Kenny
Treacher's.
Yep, Kenny Rogers, like
had a little
all
bit
that.
of everything,
Yes.
and
And
it
it
had
was
that
great.
Greek touch.
And Bullis had the Sun Cruise Casino, of course,
Yes.
which I was a frequent visitor of.
So- But we had, it was like the Greek diner of fast food.
Yes.
joints,
Yes.
in that you could get a little bit of everything, and it was
Yes.
all pretty well executed. But
It was.
meanwhile, this is a step above. You're talking
Yeah.
about,
This is
Wow.
fantastic.
nice, a proper meal where you sit down, you get service, you have the open kitchen here. You see them grilling the whole fish. And we didn't even get through all here. We've got
Yes.
octopus, and you've got your other kind
The
of
dips.
mezes.
Oh, you gotta love the
So,
dips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
dips,
get into
they're
that.
all the
Oh,
traditional.
with actual.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have the grape leaves.
We have the grape leaves. Ours are a
Oh.
little different. Most
Okay.
grape leaves are without meat.
Yes,
We have ground
The-
beef in ours.
with the rice and the ground beef.
Yes.
I see. Those are my wife and I, my favorites.
So that's
Think you
the
need
way
to
we
try
make
some,
them
Lubie,
here.
no?
I had one yesterday. They're delicious. When
Yeah.
I came in, I did a little scouting recon mission here to
Yeah.
get our setup.
So okay, so what size is that? Baba ganoush?
So this is this is our eggplant. We call it melizzano salata
Okay.
eggplant,
looks
and
great.
then we have
Wow.
the traditional tzatziki.
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki,
This is taramo salata, which
which
is
is like with roe, right?
Yes.
It's like some sort of fish
Yep,
roe.
fish
Yep.
roe, and then this is our kafteri, which is a spicy feta.
Really?
Yes, it's
That
like
looks
a whipped.
great. I
Spicy
thought it was
Oh,
going
it's
to be
great.
like a big salmon salad. It
Nope.
looks like the stuff I get at my local deli, bagel deli, but that's
Nope.
spicy feta.
Yes,
I'm going
this
in.
is phenomenal.
I'm gonna.
And which one is this?
This is the roe caviar.
Yeah, that's good.
Spread.
It has a kind of a little bit of
It's
a
like whipped.
saltier
Yep.
umami flavor,
Nice.
which
Yes.
I love this thing. I'm going in on this. I'm taking. And by the way, That spanakopita, you really can taste the difference.
You
The
taste
It was
the difference.
filo's
fantastic. It is
flaky and
fantastic.
light, and the spinach is fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those things where a lot of people don't really pay attention to what they're putting in their mouth, but if you pay attention,
No, there's
you
a
can
difference.
spot the difference of a fresh house.
Very distinct flavors in everything that you
Yeah.
presented here so far. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's good stuff. And I can never pronounce it, but I just love eating it.
You could just shorten and say tarama.
Follow me.
Yeah.
And I got to get into the spicy. I'm making a mess of my spoons, but the spicy feta.
The spicy feta is one of the unique, really. That's a definitely a distinct taste.
All right, so this is just the initial wave.
Yes.
You're known for many things. Before the show, we were having a discussion because we've been doing this show. It's hard to believe 3 years now, and
And the truth is, we don't really like each other.
That might be an understatement.
You know what? When I walked up, I could kind
You
of
could
tell.
kinda
there's this
see-
And then
tension.
you put on, the
Oh,
you
yeah,
put on
well,
the
But,
headphones.
yeah, as soon as
and
the
it's-
show started, hey, how you doing? Great
We're
to be here.
professionals, but no, I always would rag on it. One time he went to a friend's birthday gathering.
I was
at
at,
a Greek
what was
restaurant.
it? Thessos?
Tassos.
Tassos, yeah.
Tassos.
In Fort Lauderdale.
Decent place.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
It's very
condemn it.
nice.
You know, I mean, yeah,
And
nice place.
what
yeah.
did you do? You ordered what?
I ordered a steak because I thought they would do like a really good job with it. And I don't know why. I just nothing else on the menu really like jumped out at me. People were ordering different things, and it wasn't very good. It was like not cheap. And I don't mind paying whatever, but I thought it would be better. And so we've been having this argument for 3 years. He says, "Oh, well, you ordered wrong. You should never order that." And my theory, having worked in many restaurants, if you have it on the menu, it should at least be good.
Should be good. Yeah.
It may not be the ideal order. I mean, maybe you're ordering like a schmo because you're not a fan of seafood or whatever in a seafood place. You end up ordering something by mistake, a chicken thing, but it just wasn't great. And I'm thinking Greek steak should be really good.
The seasonings,
You
the
would think the
flavors.
seasonings.
So
and
the
stuff-
first thing I saw was the filet mignon, and that's why we got you into this stupid argument.
Right.
Was,
Well, and
I
again,
mean,
not to denigrate any other place's dishes, but you do have a
You do a steak.
a filet
We do.
mignon on the menu.
We do have one steak on our menu,
Right.
and it's a filet mignon. And you have to also appeal to
People
people
who
that, like,
are-
let's say they're coming with someone that wanted Greek, and
Right.
we kind of fight the stigma of that it's ethnic. When you hear Greek, you're like,
It's just food.
it's very niche, but they might not like lamb.
Right. And some
or-
people.
We were lamb, yeah.
Yes.
And those people have never tried the lamb here because it's not gamey or tough.
No, it's
it's
fantastic.
beautiful seasonings and with the lemon and olive oil. I mean,
Yes.
to me, that is what I want at a Greek restaurant. My only thing is like you go to a place and you play to their strengths. When I go to Waffle House, I order waffles. When I go to,
Yeah.
An Italian
this
pizza
is a guy
place,
that
I
goes
order
to
pizza.
Skyline Chili and orders a three-way. I mean, come on. I mean, we're not talking about sophistication here.
We do have Greek sides with it. So
Mhm.
you're,
the
like lemon
experience.
potatoes with our
Right.
yaya's veggies that we call, which is like a green bean.
Yaya means grandma.
Your grandma.
It does.
I
yes,
think you
yes.
convinced me it was almost a
Yes.
mistake
No, that's okay.
at that particular place.
I guess,
as-
okay, if someone is ordering the filet mignon, or
Yes.
would the server be
Look good to me.
trying to
don't
push
know.
them
I
off
would
of it?
come here,
Because
yeah.
to me, I can see both sides. My mom always grew, if we're going to a steakhouse to get a chicken dish, you can, but you're at a steakhouse, right? So to me, if you have the steak, I understand it should be good, but I'm here. I want a gyro. I want lamb. I want pasticcio if you have that. I want moussaka. I want, things of that nature. So I can see both sides.
What if your wife wanted to go and have these Greek items and,
And I'm
I'm
not into
craving
it.
Greek, and you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it tonight. So
That's
you
the thing.
have and we have a lot of seafood. We have, not fillets really our only steak dish, except our beef kebab, which has that, spin
Yeah, it has
to
the
it.
flavor,
So,
yeah.
but and I feel like it's a little different with us too, because we have a wood fire grill. So
Nice.
it does enhance the flavor of everything.
Now,
Although
I got-
I don't know, Mayo. I would never get past
The
what we have on
octopus
the
is
table here.
fantastic. The octopus
this
is
is amazing.
and this
fantastic.
is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
round one. They're going to be bringing out some main course and
The
some of their
octopus
signature
is
dishes.
amazing.
But I'm going in for the octopus. Again, one of those dishes that you see it prepared different ways. Sometimes some places do it the whole
The
tentacle
whole
grill.
tentacle, yep.
but this seems like a very traditional Greek preparation where it's kind of just all
That looks great.
sliced
Yeah.
up.
It's really nice.
I
actually
see
took a bite.
capers,
It's
I see
fantastic.
onions, I see like a little bit of olive oil
Notice
and
one thing
lemon.
about this show: nobody's touched the salad.
We're getting there.
Want to try some?
What is
Sure.
this marinated in, and what's is it? Do you tenderize it in any particular way? Like
so yeah, we boil it, and prepare it, and then we grill it on our wood fire grill, like I mentioned.
gosh,
So it
good.
adds that
No, it's
intensity,
fantastic.
and then we have
I'm getting involved too.
I see dill.
vinegar, yep, dill,
There's
capers, chopped
some onion,
onions,
yep.
Vinegar, yep.
It's so tender, and you get that when you
Well,
get the grill marks on it and that flavor of the grill.
Well, and the flavor's great too.
Yeah.
A lot of the time with octopus, you're so concerned about making sure it's not overcooked because it can be chewy.
Chewy.
A lot of times it's lacking flavor.
Yes.
This has both. It's cooked extremely well.
Mayo
meaning
man, it's time
they
to
do
start
a
your
great job.
resolutions for New Year's.
Oh yeah,
Trying
The
to
flavors
get
are
a
great.
Greek salad,
shape.
unbelievable.
and so with the when you boil the octopus, I've heard. Do you put corks in the water to tenderize, or is that an old wives' tale?
I think people do. We don't.
Okay.
But I've heard of people doing that,
Mhm.
and it makes it softer. Yes.
Um,
Don't ask me any cooking questions.
Okay.
I told you I don't know. I know. I know
We've
everything.
been faking it well.
you're a front of the house person.
I'm front of
Very
the house.
informative.
I make everything look nice. I have the ideas, but I don't. They execute in the back.
Okay. And this Greek salad looks beautiful. I love, when you
That
get the
is
cucumbers,
fantastic,
the
yeah.
onions,
Yes.
some of the peppers. You get
I love the no lettuce concept.
Tomatoes.
I really do, because
Yeah.
a lot of times you get a bogus Greek salad, and it really doesn't amount to much. And you're thinking, why did I order that? I would have been better off with the Cobb, with the Western and Southwestern. This is fantastic.
And
Absolutely
people also
great.
you were kind of known for like that big chunk of
The
feta.
chunk
right
of
on-
feta. Wow.
It's not crumbled. It's not
no, and it's
thin. It's like a big.
and am I
nice-
wrong in saying that feta is like one of the healthier cheeses, that it's like on the lower end of the fat scale and
Yes.
high in protein?
Look at you.
It is.
That's
It is.
delicious.
Yeah.
Melt in your mouth, good. Let's take our first break.
Honestly, that might be the best Greek salad I've had. I'm not saying that just because we're here. That
We
is
just do simple.
phenomenal.
It's olive
That is
oil,
phenomenal.
vinegar, salt,
Yeah.
pepper, and then we do have a sauce that, like a marinade sauce that we kind of use on everything, and we just put a little
Just a
bit of
little-
that. And
The magic touch.
yes.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Well, we're going to talk more with Sophia. There's a lot of happenings coming
How
up.
good of
for
a
the
guest
winter
is
season.
Sophia, man?
Oh, thank
Where'd
you.
I know how to
You
find them.
walked into it like a
It's
home
actually,
run ball here, man.
My friend and the relative of theirs, Dr. Nick, who's a friend of the show and
Yes.
on the Let's Eat group all the time, and a really good eater, besides being a fantastic surgeon.
Anytime he comes in here, I'm like,
And
he's coming in. I have everybody like.
he brought me in here a year ago. We came in for lunch, and we were just also just treated royally, and all the food is great.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got-
What are the
Jesus.
hours before we go to the break? The hours.
Open 7 days, right?
Yeah, 7 days.
And we're
And
going to
lunch
get
and
into
We're
dinner?
Greek. We
lunch
don't close.
and dinner. They got some lunch
Whoa.
specials.
Wait
They
a
got
minute,
happy hour 7 days a week.
Were
Here
you
comes
expecting more
moussaka
people?
and lamb chops. They
This
know
is your
us.
eggplant.
They know us.
Oh,
We got the
wow, look at that.
moussaka,
And
the grilled lamb chops. Let's take our first break. Before we do, I got to put in a quick good word about our friends at Burton's Grill, and that also is a new restaurant that's going to be. We're going to be there later in the month. It's a Plantation new restaurant. That one is actually new. It just opened
I'm telling
in
you,
May.
you're growing out west, Mayo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
and
catching Mayo fever. It's
it's
called Mayo fever.
sophisticated American cuisine, but in a casual setting, very comfortable for the families. They're at 1003 South University Drive in Plantation, and they are also very health-minded there, gluten-free menu, all these other things. Burton's, 1003 South University Drive, Plantation. We'll be there later in the month, and a great place for if you want to have some holiday parties or get some gift cards, which I'm sure you can do the same here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all
Even have a
these
private
things.
room if you want to.
But at
Wow.
Burton's, you
Yes.
get things like burgers, and they have a cauliflower, General Tso's cauliflower that they're well known for, a short rib grilled cheese that's fantastic. They also have a location in Boca Raton, but we'll be at the one in Plantation. You should check it out too. Burton's, for everybody in the family, even the pickiest eaters and those with allergies. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
I love that he has a tomato on his fork still as he's pointing at the camera. All right, we're coming back with more here. Just phenomenal. I don't know, Mayo. You'll never make it through the break without eating one of those lamb chops.
I'm eating everything.
There's just no way. And we have to find out about this eggplant dish. So we'll be back with more in a moment.
From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Freshest Fish Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. Taverna Kyma, Boca Raton, 6298 North Federal Highway. I think I got it right this time.
You did.
We're with Sophia. We're having a Greek feast. And speaking of Greek feast, well, we're on to wine number 2. And
Yes.
this, you know, you're in the hands of proper Greek hospitality when they're
Cheers.
bringing out multiple courses of wine. We're now on the, what do we have
This is
here?
a rosé.
Okay.
It's called Domani by Costa Lazaridi, and the winery is in Drama, northern part of Greece, and it's 60% Merlot,
Oh, I like it.
This is really
20
nice.
It's
Yep.
dry.
20% Grenache, and 20% another Greek grape, Ayoritico. So,
I can't even
but it's
pronounce that.
60%.
It's very nice. It has like a slight sweetness,
Yeah.
And I love the
but it's
fact
not overwhelming.
when you see these, these different kinds of grape varietals, especially like in Greece and also Slovenia or the coast that used to be Yugoslavia, the Croatian wine. That's some of the oldest vines in the world,
It
right?
is.
The Greek vineyards
It
as
is.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something that
The
I guess-
climate there is very conducive to
Yep.
wine.
are people open to trying the Greek wines here, or they still want to stick with their tried and true California?
I think it's a mix. So I think there's a lot of people that do try it, but you still have the ones that know their Napas and their California wines.
And
but
you tell me you've got happy hour 7 days a week here,
7
right?
days a week, yes.
What are the hours and what happens?
3
during
to
happy hour?
6.
Yep.
We have an extensive food menu. Different bites. Panacopita's on there. Our dips are on there. We have calamari. We have a big list, and then cocktails too, and wine, and yeah.
Now, besides ouzo, because every time I went to Greece, all I saw was like bottles of ouzo, and you would just pour it on ice with a little water, and they
Yep.
were cheap as heck. It was like back when I was there, and again, I sound old now. It was 30 years ago, but it was be like you get a full bottle for like $1.75 American, and it led to some interesting nights.
Yes.
But are there any kind of like other Greek liqueurs or cocktails that you make here?
There are. So there's another liqueur called Mastija.
Mm.
It's from the island of Chios. It's pretty much exclusive to that island, and it has more of a sweeter taste. It's not as like a licorice as Ouzo has.
Yeah, I don't like the anise and the licorice
Yeah.
as much. Yeah.
It's more of a digestive,
Oh, good.
at the end of a meal. Mastica is very good for digestion.
Oh, good. I need some help with digestion quite often. All right, now we've got some
This
more
guy's eating
stuff.
like this 3 times a day. That's the funny part. Yeah.
What do we have?
You
in
have
front
to
of us
dig
now?
into those,
Well,
Mike, man.
you
Come
know,
on,
So
because
those
you're the
are-
lamb chop reviewer. If there
Yeah,
ever
And I
was
hate
one.
to be
Famous
rude, but I'm
chops.
just going to grab
No,
it
you-
right
Oh,
by
go
the
ahead.
That's
tail.
the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
way that you could eat it.
And we
No
gotta
fork and
get
knife.
Lubie involved. Lubie is a big
And
lamb
we got
chop guy.
again. You got those beautiful. I love the Greek, the green
lemon
beans, string
potatoes
beans, and the
with the-
lemon.
The potatoes, calling my name right.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And then also we have this is a classic Greek dish.
Classic Greek dish, the
Moussaka.
moussaka. Yep, it's
And it's-
layered with potato, eggplant, ground beef, and our bechamel on top.
Nothing makes me happier than a perfectly grilled lamb chop.
Oh, I love it. Lamb chop,
Nothing.
especially on the
Think
bone like
about
that.
that.
Is great.
Nothing. Okay.
This is what he tells his girlfriend. Nothing makes me happier than a perfectly grilled
So the
lamb
show's
chop.
over, I guess. Thank you,
Life
everybody.
is over as we know it. I mean, what are you talking about?
And you guys cook it to order, medium rare, meat, whatever, because a lot of times people will
Whatever,
ask for
yes.
that.
Yeah.
You guys do takeout too?
We
or-
do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have the typical third-party
What about
delivery
catering?
services.
You do catering?
We do a lot of catering.
This
I
feels
would
like a
imagine.
great
catering
Yeah,
catering.
menu.
wow.
Yeah, we have a catering menu. We do a lot of catering.
And you
Yes.
have
This would be the
indoor,
place to go.
outdoor, patio. It's almost time for the sitting outdoors,
It's
al
beautiful
fresco.
outside.
The weather's been pretty solid lately, and you guys have a really nice setup inside and outside. What's interesting is, so being over there and being here, 2 things I noticed being in Greece and Greek food in Greece, which whenever you have food in the homeland, it's always a little different.
Correct.
But gyros, which I love,
Yes.
whenever we got them there, they were always a pork meat. It was rare. They have lamb. Lamb is big there, but it was rare that you got lamb in gyro. And then the hummus.
Wait, in Greek restaurants, it is
Yep.
pork? I
It was
didn't know that.
mostly pork when I was in Athens and when I had it in other places around Greece. Now, I'm not saying they don't have it with lamb. I'm saying when I was there, what we saw. And what I also thought was interesting was the hummus, when you talked about it can be a lot thicker. That's what we it felt like that's what, because again, I know every country in that area does their own hummus and it's like a
Yes.
big competition. The hummus here, which I'm a big fan of, and I like the hummus there, it was also a little different, which I thought was interesting. Like the differentiation between what you got there and got here wasn't that different from a lot of other kind of foods, but there was a little shades there compared to here.
And if you go to different parts of Greece,
Yep.
you could get, the spanakopita this way here,
Yep.
and then they do it differently. The filo's different there. It's like a thicker filo. They have a thinner filo some places, but the gyro meat is
Yeah.
very different here than it is in Greece.
Yep.
Okay.
So here we have like a blend.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think
And
we've
we
got
actually
something going
use-
on behind us,
Oh.
Sophia.
Well, this is
We've
the
got
fish.
They're doing
Uh-oh.
up the whole
Souvlaki
fish.
is
Oh.
here. I don't know if people
Wow.
can see it, but
The
Bring
head's
that
already off.
presentation up here. Yeah, bring
yeah,
it up
you
can
here.
do it
have the
here.
whole
You guys
fish.
gotta do it up
Jerry,
here.
bring it
Come
up
on,
here.
come on, bring it up here. Bring it up
We can
here.
do it right here if
We
you
wanna
want.
see-
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it right on
Yeah,
the
you're not
side
hurting
there.
us.
They'll be in the
Here's
camera.
my
It's
hair.
good.
It's fine. We don't mind it.
Got
Don't be shy,
The
yeah.
manager
I love it.
here.
Look at this.
They're like, well, so you'll
So-
you'll fillet it at the table.
Lavraki is like branzino, right?
is,
That's
yes.
just
Yes.
Greek for branzino.
Yeah.
The
And you
Mediterranean
have
sea bass, we
That
call
beautiful
it.
like open grill back there. It's just what's the source of the flame? Is it like a
It's wood. We have
wood flame
Yes.
grill? And yesterday I was working the grill guy work as magic, but you get the fish, you order it whole, and they'll fillet it for you tableside, right?
They do. Tableside, or if you want it filleted before it even gets to the table, there's some people that don't want the.
I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that.
I want to see it all.
No,
and
I don't
want
mind.
the head.
No.
And some people actually enjoy.
Mayo just attacks it with his fingers.
I'm looking for
you
the
don't
head.
even need to have these guys do this stuff.
Everybody knows. Well,
but
at least
they're good at it.
fish lovers know that the sweetest part of the fish is the cheek.
And-
So you want the
yeah.
head or behind the eyeballs. Sometimes
Yes.
people go, that's hardcore.
I'll give you the
stuff.
behind the eyeball, man.
But
no,
they're
just
doing,
eat this thing.
they're doing a beautiful job here.
we were in Greece, and we got a whole fish, and my dad
Look
takes
at
the eyeball out
Yep.
and gives it to my son and
Oh.
eats the eyeball.
There you go. Eat
That's
this.
like an initiation, right?
It
Like,
is
if you're going to be
initiation,
true
yes.
Greek,
Yes.
you got to eat the eyeball.
Yeah.
These
Hey,
guys are good at
Well,
this.
these guys,
Right?
while they're
Wow.
filleting the fish, we are, having a
What-
feast here
What was
now.
your review on the lamb chop again?
Oh, it's excellent.
Okay.
You have something called like a Greek feast Sunday brunch coming up that you're going to
Yes.
be debuting in December. Can you tell the folks about what's happening starting December 1st? I believe.
December 1st, yes. We call it Souvla Sunday. Souvla is the spit that we cook the lamb on.
Mm.
So it's
A whole lamb.
we're gonna have a whole lamb, actually a couple whole lambs.
Don't
and
tell the people from PETA.
yes,
Don't bring your vegan
the
friends.
head's gonna be on. The whole thing is there, and it's gonna be roasting. And we have, like you mentioned, outside we have a large patio. We're gonna
Right.
have live music, live Greek music, stuff on the grill.
And
just
that's like
to let it-
it's a buffet style per person,
No,
or how
you
does
can
it
have
work?
regular menu. You can
Mhm.
have the lamb. You can have whatever you want.
Okay.
We're gonna have a couple different options. We have the kokoretsi, which have you ever heard or know about kokoretsi?
I've heard in Yiddish we have kakapipsi, which means a little bit of everything. What's kokaretsi?
No, so it's
Kakapipsi.
basically the insides of a lamb, and it's wrapped in the
Oh,
intestines. So
it's kind of like the haggis,
Like
like
a haggis,
Scottish
it feels like.
haggis.
yes, so we have that.
I have not had that. As a hardcore foodie, I guess I'll have to try
You
it
have
once.
to try it.
Okay, and we're going to
yes.
be doing a live Sunday edition of the Lunchbox on that December
I'm
1st.
so
We're going to
excited
come
for
back
you
out
guys.
here because
It's our first one, so I'm like really excited you're going to be here.
Oh,
for
I'm,
nice.
us.
I'm excited too. I don't know if
So-
we're going to be set up outdoors near the spit, or we can set up right here again. But whatever it is,
Yes.
I wanted to actually partake. When I hear lamb on a spit, I'm there. So
Good.
it's going to be fun.
yes.
And you got some other stuff cooking too, right? You've got the outdoor patio is going to be revamped soon.
Yes,
Or
I'm in the process of renovating that. So happy hour will be extended to there. Right now we have it at the bar and we have high tops, but we're going to extend it to the outdoor patio. I'm making it really pretty, like a garden kind of feel.
nice.
Um,
And what happens holiday wise? You're closed Thanksgiving, open Thanksgiving,
We are Greek. We do not close.
So you're never
Really?
closed. Oh, even on
wow,
holidays,
never. Wow.
Christmas, the
Christmas
whole thing.
Eve, Christmas Day,
New
open
Year's Eve,
all of them.
Really?
we are open
Wow.
every
I guess-
single day.
This area does have a big contingent of people who are visiting and tourists and
Yes.
people who are elderly and don't want to cook. So you get a full holiday crowd here.
Yes,
Right?
we do. And we do a lot of people that host also. They'll supplement. So they'll get trays of lemon
Yeah.
potatoes or do things like that, or even the roasted lamb or whatever it is. So even if you're hosting, you can supplement with some some of our stuff. People love doing that.
Defo, do you want a little bite of the moussaka, or have you
You know
reached
what?
your
I-
limits?
You know me, I'm an eggplant guy.
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
I'm-
if you're an
I'm sort of
eggplant guy,
getting
excuse my
towards
pardon my
stuffed
reach.
here.
reach.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would never make it as a server. I'm reaching across guests. But I love that layer of bechamel
Oh, this
on
looks
top
great.
of the. So it's
Now,
ground beef
what's in
or
this
lamb?
altogether?
It's ground beef.
ground
ground
beef,
beef.
Yes.
with the eggplant.
But there's eggplant in it as well.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not-
That's
you know,
interesting because I've had moussaka here and there, and I don't. That's a nice addition.
So it's
Like,
potato
yeah.
and the eggplant, and then there's the pasticcio, which is
That's what I'm
That's
thinking
the
of.
Greek
Yeah, the Greek lasagna.
That's
Yes.
with the noodle.
that's with
Oh.
the thick noodles, and
Yes.
it's just the ground beef and the noodles and
yes.
the
And I've had
bechamel.
moussaka as well, but that's
I
interesting.
was fortunate
Both are
enough. One of my best buddies that I met in college on my freshman dorm floor, Evangelos Vazakis from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. His father was from Thessaloniki originally, and we would go there every other weekend. It would be about a 3-hour drive from where we went to school in Boston. And his mom would make these pans of the pasticcio
Yes.
and grilled lamb chops and the roasted potatoes.
Do you guys do that?
And-
Do you do that here? Do you have specials of pasticcio ever?
No, it's on the menu.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is on the menu.
We have
Okay.
pasticcio and moussaka on the menu.
Wow.
Which is rare because usually people do
I was
one or
gonna
the
say,
other.
yeah.
But we do both. But I do have to say, moussaka is more of a popular item versus the pasticcio. But
Yeah, but I love
think
it
they're
all.
both fantastic.
And
No, they're
again,
both
it's
fantastic.
been part of my life and culture since my teen years. And
Yeah.
Lockie, I mean, I loved being around his family because it was true Greek, where everybody is welcome and
That
the
is
food,
perfectly
They
made.
don't stop with
That
it.
is really,
Yeah,
really
it just
good.
keeps coming
Yeah,
out
wow,
more and
wow.
more.
yes.
And speaking of which, I can't wait to try that fish. But
You
should
got
we
to get
take-
involved here, man.
let's
Come
take break number 2.
Okay.
Before we take break number 2, I got to
on.
talk
No,
about
this is all you.
Okay.
Visit Lauderdale
That's
Food
all
and
you.
Wine Festival. Again, vlfoodwine.com is coming up right after the holidays. I can't believe we're about a little over 2 months out. And they have a whole wide-ranging events for that beautiful 6 days. Intimate dinners around town at some of Fort Lauderdale area's best restaurants, including our friend Reno at Heritage, and of course Timon at the
Oh, Catherine. Oh, nice.
and Evelyn's restaurant. Brandon Solomon, a really great chef, Mediterranean cuisine there. They're pairing up with some visiting chefs. Besides those intimate dinners, they got things like the cocktail competition and the Asian themed walk and roll,
Yeah.
the barbecue battle, which is going to be held for the first time in a more extensive outdoor open flame environment. All these things, go online, vlfoodwine.com. You could get your tickets now. Of course, there's a grand tasting on Saturday, a new brunch event on Sunday. It's all there for the taking, reasonably priced. It makes a great gift for the food lover in your household, vlfoodwine.com.
I love it that you're holding a plate.
Yeah, I love that you're just holding it. We give you a place for it.
There were a lot of firsts.
He doesn't
A
want to
lot
let
of
it go.
firsts
I'm a
happening
man.
here.
I can't multitask. I can't do the live read.
3
from my
years into
head
the show,
and then actually
we've
start
never seen
cutting
him hold a
fish.
plate of like a whole
Well,
fish.
It's just like holding
I'm
it.
kind of just enjoying taking in that beautiful
we're
aroma.
going to come back. We'll get Mayo together and we'll be back. More on the lunchbox.
Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. It's a little further inland. Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. Serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Oh. Caught me with my mouth full once again. We're back.
Well, what a surprise.
I tell you,
Lubie, have you
minutes
documented
ahead
how
of
many
time.
times is that on the
It
show?
happens every time, minutes ahead of time.
Yeah.
I tell him we're coming back, and he's still like, I'll take 4 more bites.
I think like,
Well, the
let me stuff
lunchbox,
myself. Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
one show, Sophia, where it's not rude to speak with your mouth full,
Correct.
except if you're sitting next to me, and then I point towards Lubie's way, so you don't get any kind of flying detritus spray. Well, but anyway, man, I cannot thank you. You know, we've been a lot of places, Defo. We've been hit with some unbelievable feasts. You know,
Can never
obviously,
complain about the
Runway
show.
84.
Never. All
You know,
these
we go to
places.
Luke's. You know, basically we go to a lot of our good friends. But as far as an auspicious beginning, for us to have our, you know, a trip visit to our latest sponsor.
Can we do the show here every day? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Are you going to put
Is
up
this
with us?
This is the kind of hospitality that's been ingrained in you from
Definitely.
the get-go.
Definitely, yeah. So that's why a big portion of our menu, like the front of our menu, is all like appetizers. So like everything is meant for sharing and trying different things, and then of course like your meal. But it's always been, it's like there's never enough.
And the service here, I mean, I came in here yesterday again, kind of just to get the lay of the land. And
wait a minute. Is this 2 days in a row for you?
Well, I didn't eat yesterday, but Thanasos, and then your manager is Jerry.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Gerasimos.
Gerasimo. And they'll take great care of you as well if you come on in here. 7 days,
Yes.
lunch and dinner. And the Sunday, is it like a brunch menu? No, this is for you, my man.
Oh, that's
no,
me.
No, unless you
Oh,
don't
I
want.
got- I got
no,
some
he's
going.
got,
That's
he's got
okay.
that.
Yeah, that's
he's
good,
got
yeah.
that. Well, I'm gonna put
Not a
that
big
right in
red
front of
wine guy,
Sophia.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'm an any wine guy.
All right. Well, let's toast to
Wait,
Sophia.
that's
and
Why do I
wonderful
have
job.
two?
Oh, she got two. In that case, that'll be
There
mine.
we go.
I'm losing
Yeah,
track.
Mayo
of
was like
things.
trying to
I'm
grab all the
totally
wine.
losing control.
You're under like a Greek spell.
The moussaka I love, and it has a certain spice in it that I can't put my finger on. What is that?
It's like the allspice.
The allspice.
Yes.
Yeah, it has that unique.
The ground beef is
yeah,
is
it
cooked in
it
that,
just seasons that
cinnamon.
beef.
It has
cinnamon.
like the
Yeah.
cinnamon sticks.
It reminds
yes.
me of eating Skyline chili, which happens to be a Greek.
It's a very
owned-
different flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know Skyline chili?
I don't.
Okay, it's
Oh,
a
good for you.
Cincinnati thing, but it was started in the Greek community there. It's really kind of like a Greek meat spaghetti sauce, and
Leave
it has
to the
things,
Greeks to just put a spin on
It
spin on
has
chili.
things.
It has
Yeah.
nutmeg and cinnamon
Yes,
and
that's
allspice. It has that same kind of
Yep.
little bit of a distinct flavor. And a lot of people who are expecting like Texas chili, or people like Defo, who absolutely despises this stuff.
No,
but-
I don't despise it. I just think it's
I love
badly
it.
defined. Yeah.
and again, it's from the
Yeah.
Lambaridis family in Cincinnati that started it
Oh,
about 100
wait,
years
wait a
ago.
minute. You're still bringing out food?
Oh yeah,
This is the last one I promise before desserts.
before dessert.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Nurse!
This is wonderful. All right, I am going to have to get what
So,
is this?
Okay,
Mayo,
this is
man.
called thalasino. Thalassa in Greek means ocean.
Okay.
So everything is seafood. Just like Kyma means wave. So we're very
it means wave?
It does.
Okay.
So we're very seafood heavy
That looks great.
with our menu, and we have mussels,
Wow.
shrimp, scallops, octopus, and calamari, and then all the way on the bottom is orzo.
And so it's over a bed of orzo.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
it's kind of like a combination between a paella and a fruta de mare
Yes.
instead of pasta.
Yes.
Orzo is a kind of pasta.
Yes.
And oh my goodness,
He
it
went to
smells
school
great.
for this.
I don't know
So
why.
this is a standard
Yes.
Greek dish, okay? Because
Yep.
this I have
It
not
looks
seen.
phenomenal.
But you say
It
it's
looks
not-
amazing.
It's unique. I haven't seen it.
I've
or
never
ordered
seen
it
this.
anywhere else.
If you're ordering this, you order it. Now, what's it called again?
That's
the
so
dish.
Thalasino.
Thalassino.
Thalasino.
I'm all in on that.
Yes.
Thalassino.
I'm gonna.
And once again, it's good for sharing and
Yeah,
or
portion
take
size.
or get it yourself and take it
We call them
home. Or
mussels.
There we go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get
Been
you
on
the
a
big
mussel.
spoon.
Yeah,
Are you
And
a
there's-
mussels fan, Defo?
I love mussels. Yeah.
All right, here I'm gonna scoop you a little bit of orzo. Look at you. I've never seen Defo eat so much on a show. That means you're doing a tremendous job.
Thank
Oh
you.
no!
Usually
everything
he's a
was delicious.
very
Yeah,
healthy eater. He'll have a couple.
I mean,
I-
this is
I don't think
definitely-
anything
this
was,
is-
uh,
this is
particularly
healthy.
unhealthy,
I mean,
yeah.
besides the orzo, I guess. If
No,
you're-
it's all healthy.
Right.
It's all
No,
good.
Greek
and,
food is extremely healthy.
and that's
Yes.
why
I'm
Defo
good.
is
And
diving in because
we have very simple ingredients, very clean. It's not. I mean, there's not anything super heavy. I mean, the moussaka is like a little bit heavier, but most of our dishes are very olive oil based. Very clean and light.
I'm gonna give some
It's
to
kind of
Lubie
like a
Man
Greek
here.
paella. It really
Yes.
is,
Yeah,
Mike
Greek
Mayo.
paella.
Very nice. Well,
fantastic.
all the dishes
Really
are
delicious.
big.
And the aromas, just fantastic.
The portions are big, and it literally is. You order a few apps, you order a few mains, put them
Right.
out, have bites of everything. My friends are literally watching, and they're like, "I'm eating PB&J. I'm eating almond butter and bananas. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Look, thanks, Sophia. She's putting on a show for us today, and we welcome you guys to the Lunchbox family, and you're definitely doing it in style."
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
What
Great
is
job.
the sauce? It's like a tomato base with
yep,
olive oil,
Yep,
wine.
tomato, wine.
Mm.
We have orange,
Oh, interesting.
citrus, lemon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is so me.
This is great. Oh, wow.
I think. Oh my god. And it comes out.
Oh, there's
nice and
octopus in it
hot.
as well.
Octopus, yes.
Oh, so it's like the whole sea. It's literally
yes,
the sea.
It's the sea.
Kitchen
Correct.
sink. Yes.
And
No,
if you want to do an add-on, we have our large prawn
Oh,
that you could
jeez.
add on to it. It's a huge South African prawn.
Oh, wow.
I just
These are
love-
nice sized shrimp.
Yes.
That's
I
interesting
saw
to
that
bring
on the
that.
menu. I was thinking about the prawn.
The
That
prawn
looked
is-
fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
and I'm not usually the biggest mussel fan, but they're roasted so beautifully.
Beautifully done. Yeah.
And you just kind of
And we
take.
do have a cool dish that our mussels are ouzo mussels. Like if you order
Mhm.
just mussels, it's
Interesting.
yeah, it's like an ouzo sauce. It's really good.
When I like, also, you guys are really good about portionality. Like, it's not 2 shrimps and 8 other things. Like,
Yeah.
it feels, and shrimps is not a word, but 2 shrimp and 8 other things. But like,
I don't even
Yeah.
know if portionality is a big word,
I
but
think
it
that is a
sounds
word.
good.
That was- that was a good word.
Shrimps
I
is
think
not.
it is.
shrimp
all
is not
about
a word.
portionality.
Portionality is a word. But you have scallops in there. You have octopus. You have shrimp. You have a little bit of everything,
Yes.
and a nice amount of orzo. But it's not, because a lot of the time they'll do. That's the other thing they'll do is give you a ton of the pasta and the rice,
But not so much
and
protein.
you can count the protein. You know,
Yes.
like it's the muscles on the outside. Like, you guys are very
Oh.
strong in making sure you do a lot of everything, which I
Thank you.
appreciate.
And
Thank you.
what one of the things I love is the fact that the orzo just soaks up all those juices.
Yeah, the flavor
Oh,
is
it's really good.
fantastic.
and
Yeah.
it's that's a winner. I'm surprised I've
I'm
never
glad we didn't
had that
remove it
before.
off of the list.
Yeah, at one point I was saying we got enough.
We almost
She's
need
like,
it, yeah.
no, you got to see this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Sophia went, all the
Above
way
and beyond.
Greek hospitality style. Just too much is never enough, and
Never
could
enough.
always take home the leftovers.
Correct.
That's the beautiful.
Phenomenal
part.
job. What was your verdict on the whole fish?
Fish is beautiful.
Yeah, fish is
I
good.
mean, talk about healthy. I mean, that is
It's
light.
fantastic though. Like,
I
the
love seeing
flavor.
you. I love seeing you enjoying
It's
that.
great.
Can you believe it? Let the record show.
Well, we're a little worried about him, as you can
That
see.
today I ate both salad and nice fresh grilled fish.
Well, you had 6 lamb chops in
Along
between, but
18 other dishes. I didn't do
6
a tally
potatoes
yet.
and a bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh my goodness! All right, we got to do one more break. Before we do, I'm going to give you 2 options for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. Well, 3 of them. One of them is Taverna Kyma.
Why don't you
Yes.
come here?
Do
Yeah.
you
We
have
do
turkey?
We do. We do the traditional.
Oh, interesting.
We do.
All right,
Yeah.
and what's your hours on Thanksgiving Day?
Normal day.
Same.
Normal
So
day,
every day,
11
same
a.m.
hours every day.
To 10 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
And again, all day. Do you take reservations for
We do.
Thanksgiving?
We
Okay.
do.
So if people on the Let's Eat group who are still kind of scurrying and
Hey, where
looking
can I go?
for Thanksgiving options, because now that our friends at Tropical Acres are fully booked, you can't get in there for Thanksgiving, but Tropical Acres, you can still get in for Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. You could give them a call at 954-989-2500. Then some other options for Thanksgiving Day. If you want to cook at home by yourself. Now, Sophia won't do that because she
No.
doesn't do cooking.
I don't cook.
She does front of the house.
She
and
brings home the filet mignon.
she oversees
Yes.
the cooking.
I order very well.
That would mean that Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood is the perfect place for you, because you can order very well there. The fresh farm raised turkeys come in, and I know it's been a staple of my holiday table for 30 years. Delaware Chicken and Seafood is located 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. Give them a call today to get your Thanksgiving orders in. And then for the third and final option, if you want to have a fried turkey and kind of bring it home, and we're going to be making a visit to our friends at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap tomorrow in Fort Lauderdale, 525 North Federal Highway. But if you go onto their website at batchsouthernkitchen.com, you can click on the link that says fried turkey dinner, and you get a fried turkey with all the fixings. It'll feed about, 6 to 10 people.
Are they putting some of that out there tomorrow?
Yes.
They're going to do a fried turkey
We're
tomorrow.
going to
Yeah.
do a fried
Wow.
turkey tomorrow. We're going to have Thanksgiving coming early. Thanksgiving is
And
starting right
Thanksgiving
Around
every
the
here.
day.
corner.
But it's Greek
This
Thanksgiving.
is Thanksgiving.
This is
Wow.
a Greek
Look at
Thanksgiving for
this.
sure.
But Patch will do a tremendous job if you want to kind of do a take out, take home, and that way you kind of have the best of both worlds. You don't have to do all the cooking and cleanup, but you'll have a nice holiday table at home with friends and family. Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap. Don't forget the biscuits. We'll be there, and we'll see you tomorrow in Fort Lauderdale. They also have locations in West Palm Beach and Delray Beach. All right.
The biscuits call your name. They call you by name.
They call you by name.
I still have some of the butter, the honey butter that they put out in my refrigerator from
Fantastic
last time we were
place.
there. Like
We are
month
so
ago.
blessed. We
Yeah.
We are definitely
have a
blessed.
Hey,
bounty
how do you
of
come up with this
great
concept?
restaurants.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Well, I think you have answered that. But
Let's
to
do a
go
food
around-
show. That's how it
Let's
started.
do it.
Yeah, because we have all these shows about sports
Yes.
and news and
Yeah,
politics.
nobody
God knows
cares
there's enough
anymore. Yeah,
politics.
yeah.
But sports, how many times can you talk about how terrible the Dolphins
Lubie
are
wants to
doing?
fire everybody.
And here,
Exactly.
this way we could argue about whether you order a steak or not at a Greek restaurant.
Right.
Do you call it Sunday gravy or
I'm going to
sauce
go
when
with
you
it
go to
was a
Italian?
mistake. And what was it? Thesos?
Thassos.
Thassos.
I apologize.
There's a lot of good-
Yeah, but I
I'm
feel-
sorry I ordered the steak there.
They have a great.
They do a good job.
They do
yeah,
a
yeah,
great
they
job.
do a good job. No
They have
doubt.
nice,
Yeah, yeah.
also fresh seafood flown in. I think
They
a
do.
lot from the
They
Mediterranean.
do a great
And-
job.
and-
It's a decent presentation.
I'm sure
too. Yeah, yeah.
if she had brought out the filet, we would enjoy it. But it is interesting. She made the list of what to bring out today, and she did not put the filet on
I
it.
did.
So
Saw
that
lamb on
says
it.
it all.
I saw the beautiful seafood orzo
Yes.
thing.
No, she brought out
saw
every
the-
single dish. But
I hate when Mayo is right. I really do. He's insufferable. He's
I am
insufferable.
I'm going to give you a filet to go just so you can
Oh, wow.
see.
and I'm sure it's
Nice.
great, honestly. But
You know what?
Okay.
There's so many things that you have here that are great that I don't think you could go wrong.
I think
Ordering
Defo is
anything on the
happy that
menu,
he
yeah.
took the trip today and that he had his schedule allowed him to join us. in
Oh no,
person.
beautiful, beautiful time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have missed it. When I saw that you guys were coming, I was like, I got to be there. No
That's
doubt
it.
about it.
And we got to take our final break, and then we'll be back to wrap up this edition from Taverna Kyma in Boca Raton.
Is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30, except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Prezzo Italian Restaurants, 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Oh, we're back. Taverna Kyma. And this time, I don't have anything in my mouth. I do have a glass of red wine in front of me. We forgot to discuss what is the red wine that you're featuring today.
So this is a Cabernet, but it's 90% Cabernet, but it's 10% Ayoritico.
And it's Greek. It's a Greek Cabernet.
Yes, it's called Onetria Land.
Where do they grow or, I guess, make this Cabernet?
This is in the mainland from Attica.
Okay.
So it's from the mainland, and the Ayoritico kind of offsets the Cabernet a little bit, and it's equivalent maybe to like a Merlot.
Right. So it kind of rounds it out, takes
Yes.
away some of the tannins
Yes.
and some of the astringency.
And it is organic grapes.
Astringency?
So-
You see me
Where'd you come
use
up with
my
that?
big wine
Wow,
words.
wow. You don't know anything about
I want
wine.
awards,
Get
Defo.
out of
I
here.
know
You're
all the
Wine
words.
vocab.
All of a sudden, you're a sommelier. My
Yeah,
God.
no, I mean, I go from Skyline Chili all the way up to the
So-
finest. And
Some
wines
schmo, he's
and-
been the first at Aqueduct. Now he's a sommelier. Yeah.
Yes. This is a also very smooth wine. I
That
like
is very
it.
nice. I'm not even a red wine drinker, and I like
This
that.
would go well with the lamb. And
Yes.
the other two wines are also
Look at
fantastic.
Lubie
I
with
really
the-
like that rosé. And again, you really take pride in displaying and offering the Greek wines
That's very
because it's
bouquet
just-
is really
And we
strong,
have
too.
like even Greek vodka.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we have as many Greek products that we can bring in. We
Do you get to go to Greece much, or like once a year?
Oh, I'll go for you.
You have family
yes,
there
I
still?
do.
Yeah.
We have family, and then I have two sisters. They have 3 kids. Their families. So like this past summer, we were like 15 people.
Oh, wow.
15,
Always
just
in
like
big parties,
yeah.
yeah.
So we were like traveling all through Greece.
I was going to say, do you ever get to go to the islands?
We do.
Naxos,
We
Paros.
We went to Paros.
Listen to Lubie.
We went to
I like
Crete. We went to the
Oh, yeah?
northern Greece where my dad's from.
Oh,
we
my
went.
God.
Stayed in Athens. So yeah,
How do you
so
move around with
bad.
15 people? Do you have to
3
rent like a
cars.
small
Oh, you do
boat?
cars, okay.
Oh,
3 cars. I mean, my parents have a car there, and
And you
then
go on
we
Well, the
the
rented-
ferries are great, too. The ferries are great.
Yep.
The ferry
Sometimes,
system
like
there.
when we went to Crete, we flew,
Okay.
and then we
Well, the
rented
flights
one.
are like nothing, too.
So
Okay, so the last time I was in Greece, it's a while back, probably 30 years, and I did some island hopping, but I also had the scariest experience ever in a small plane
Oh, the Ryanair
at
is
an
fun.
airport. They used to, I don't know if they still do, but they have a lot of like strikes and wildcat strikes that the workers in Greece sometimes just like to,
No, Jesus.
say, oh, we're upset about this.
yes,
So apparently it was in the middle as we were taxiing for takeoff going from, I think, Athens to one of the Greek islands. And the pilot and the co-pilot started getting into one of these very heated Greek discussions
way.
/ arguments. And one of them was saying, we're on strike, turn around now. The other one, and I was getting this from some other people that spoke both Greek and English, and they were saying, that one of them wanted to keep going, one of them wanted to go on strike. And I was like, I hope
Mid-flight.
I hope they
oh
figure it
my
out.
goodness, I've never experienced that, but I mean, I've heard. Yeah, the strikes are definitely a real thing. But
but-
usually you have notice about them, but not
th-
midair.
I think
Yeah,
the
that's
guy
interesting.
who wanted to fly, because I think he maybe had a girlfriend in one of the islands, so he
Makes sense.
prevailed.
Makes sense.
He prevailed,
I don't
and
blame the
we
guy.
ended up getting there in one piece, which I was very happy
Okay.
about.
Whoa,
We got
what do we
dessert.
have in front of us here?
Story.
This one is calling my
Okay,
name. This
so
back
the first one is galactoburico.
That's my wife's favorite.
Oh
favorite,
my
right?
God, that looks great.
So it's like a custard, and it has phyllo
Yeah.
with the syrup and the cinnamon.
Mm.
Baklava, which is a classic.
Classic
And then we have rice pudding.
rice pudding.
So once again, everything made in
I
house.
think, Mayo, you need to try all of them.
I think I'm going to start
Like a
with
bite
little
apiece,
spoonful.
yeah,
It's
no
so
doubt.
funny how my tastes have changed through the years. I used to hate rice pudding. I used to hate cinnamon. Hate is a strong word. As I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate all these things. And this looks like a fantastic rice pudding.
There's
it
more
is. It's
stuff
chilled.
coming here. I mean,
and
It's
then
beautiful.
we mentioned mastija, so we have to
Oh.
try it.
That's
oh,
the
we're doing a
digestive.
shot
That's
at
the
the end of all
digestion.
this?
All right,
Wow.
well,
you
let
can
me-
just sip it. You don't take
Let him-
shots of it.
I mean, he's going to try
Yes.
all of these desserts before he gets
Well, let
knocked
me
out.
see. I think Lubie's got to try
Oh, yeah, for sure.
custard thing because he loves that.
Oh, no, I mean, I'll try
Yeah,
it.
the custard
I
thing
love
looks great. Yeah.
Greek
And
desserts.
can
was
I
calling
cut you
my
a
name.
piece of anything, Sophia? Would you like
I'll
some?
definitely. I'll try
take
some
it.
Baklava.
Baklava is honestly my
Take
favorite.
that piece.
Um,
And again, explain to people what's in baklava.
So it's phyllo,
Yeah.
and the mixture is walnuts, crushed walnuts with brown sugar, cinnamon.
Mhm.
So that's the mixture. And then you layer it. So there's the phyllo, we layer it, and then we put it phyllo again, put the mixture, and then phyllo on top.
Wow.
And
Nice.
Lubie
We'll
will
just
have
leave
it
it if I
after
want
the
it, I'll
show.
take it.
He'll
Lubie's
have
in
it
on that,
soon. Do you want some of this there?
I'm going to try.
I
Oh,
think
wait,
he,
a little bit.
he's
Oh, wait.
on. He's on.
All right,
to
let me-
the
we need
mastica.
to. We
Well,
need
He's
there's
already on
to.
the
another cool thing in
mastica.
We need
Greece.
to
A
have a
lot of times,
salute.
you guys
Yeah, Greek
they will
salute.
bring out
I think we
this
get out of here.
to finish
Mayo, yeah.
Oh,
Here we
wow.
go.
after dinner
That
drink.
baklava is
Yes,
tremendous.
cheers.
Lubie,
And it's not a shot. We
No,
sip
You
it.
sip this. You don't have to
Yes.
like
you
pound
sip
this.
it. You don't have to guzzle it.
It's
I mean, you can
mastica?
if you want to. Yes.
I don't
It's
know.
like
I don't wanna
sweet, it's
go against
nice.
tradition.
It's a dessert
Yes.
beverage.
Oh, I like this.
It's very nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It has a little
It's
bit,
sweet. It's thicker.
of that
Yes.
kind of.
Nice.
It's not anise on the ending, but it's like it's got a little bit of an edge that's not all sweet.
Yes. And this is only from the island of Chios.
Eels.
And it's from tree sap.
Oh,
Interesting.
So they've tried to take these trees and plant them other places,
It didn't
and
work.
doesn't work.
Doesn't
It's
take.
only
Wow.
from the island of Chios.
Oh, amazing.
a very
Yes.
distinct thing, and I can
Yes.
feel it helping me
It warms
digest
you up,
right
yeah.
now.
Helping
it's-
you open up so you can eat some more.
Yeah.
To try. And again, I'm terrible remembering all the names. I'm just going to call this the
Galactabuzigo.
custard pie.
Galactabudu. Yes, custard pie is fine.
That's pretty much what it is here.
And
Yeah.
that's with the simple syrup on the base. Does the baklava have honey, or is
It
it?
does.
Yeah, it's
Baklava's
Yeah.
great.
It's like
Yeah.
a honey syrup.
No, Mike. Oh, all right.
That's it.
My life is
It's
ridiculous.
over already?
Have
You
we
know-
eaten enough?
See?
I mean, we haven't eaten enough.
Exactly.
I was going to bring more food out.
Oh, God. You're funny.
It's been an hour, and man, that was like an Olympic event right
Yes.
there.
That was
like
a
work.
Greek food
That was
orgy
like
like we've
work.
never had in the
That was
history of
the
the show.
marathon of eating.
And this is the beginning of our fourth year.
Instead
here.
of 26.3 miles, Defo,
Wow.
I think was 26.3 dishes that we had.
Yes.
Wow.
Sophia, I can't thank you enough, and I cannot wait to
Sophia,
get back
great
here for
job.
the
Wow.
Sunday
Yeah, I'm stoked.
lamb on a spit brunch, and that's called what again? It's
Souvla Sunday.
Souvla. And if
Yes.
people want to sign up for that, how do they go about
You can
doing
go
it?
on Open Table and make a reservation or call in and
Okay.
make a reservation.
OpenTable.com, look for Taverna Kyma, and then click
December
on
1st.
Sunday, December 1st,
Yes.
and you'll get yourself a table and a reservation.
How about this skewered lamb happening in the back? I mean, that's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
again,
Till we meet again.
they're not putting a cow on there for steaks.
No,
Uh,
for
I'm
lamb.
okay with that. You know,
I am
never
going
gonna
to
let it
have,
go. There are
I'm
some-
having a filet mignon for you that day on the
no,
side.
I'm
waiting
okay
for
without it because I always tell Mayo about
No.
my experience in this. I was talking to you about the similarities, some similarities with the Moroccan restaurant I worked in, including the baklava.
Yes.
There are some similarities
There
with the
is.
Greek and the Middle Eastern food.
There
There
sure
definitely
is.
are.
I tease you because I love you, Defo.
There you go.
Thank
Thank you
gonna
so
do it.
much. I
So,
appreciate
Sophia,
it.
thank you for having us. Really
Fantastic.
Thank
Wow.
you.
We'll be at Batch
Everybody,
tomorrow.
tomorrow we will be again at Batch, New Southern Kitchen and Tap in Fort Lauderdale. Friday, back in our usual Friday fun place,
The stream.
Gulfstream Park. And this was all-time great meal
Yeah,
on
fantastic.
the lunchbox. I cannot sing the praises enough about the
I can't even take
food,
best bites. Every
service,
bite was great.
hospitality, the wine program here at Taverna Kyma. Come on in, 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Until tomorrow, enjoy every lamb chop and enjoy every